So now you here in Virginia, born and raised. You told me
Mm-hmm.
you've been, engineering and producing for a lot of years out here in Virginia. You said actually took a passion and liking at 6th, 7th grade.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, like I started doing like band music and playing band. Eventually, from band, I was messing with a program called Finale. And Finale it's pretty much like working Fruit Loops. It's like making beats. It's literally making beats, and I'm making it, and I'm copying off of popular songs that's out here, and writing and arranging it for my high school band. So that's how eventually it started, with the passion of technology. And then at the same time, I was always delving in and out of Fruit Loops since like Fruit Loops 3 or 4 been out. So trying to make a beat and that shit. And then I finally made my first official beat in like Fruit Loops 7, Fruit Loops 8 in high school, and it just went off from there.
So now when it comes to the Virginia music scene, you've actually had the chance to see the generations come and go. You know what I'm saying? See people come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you were actually in your own studio or helping someone with a studio.
Yeah.
So as Virginia sits right now, with the scene, what do you feel like could make the Virginia music scene better? Now you play a major key part in the Virginia music scene, and you are the legendary G White. You know what I'm saying?
I just try, man. I'm just working just like everybody else in the churches. But I mean, I would say it's really two things. It's really, yeah. I would kind of. It's a lot of things, but I would kind of classify it into two things. One, the lack of information of the music business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's a disconnect between like the music and the business part. There's a huge disconnect. And you can't really expect some people to respect the business that you bring musically when they're not even educated on like how deep the music business can really go. You know what I'm saying? What's the different jobs? What's the different opportunities? What's your normal 360 deal looking like? Like what's your normal publisher deal looking like? How to sign up for ASCAP being back? Are you even affiliated with a PRO, a performance rights organization? Like it gets dumb deep. So I think the lack of knowledge, for one, because I done ran into many different situations in the studio. Like, damn, G, like you charge the most on this other side of the water. Why are you charging this much, bro? And you're not really doing nothing but just touching my vocals and stuff like that. But then I look at them and I'm like, okay, well, you're just not the person that I need to really be working with. I done got to that point now where it's just like, if you can't really respect the business and everything like that, I don't need to really even be dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. But the main problem is just the lack of the information. Because, I had a guy, for example, like, I got into an altercation with him. And he wanted to, he felt very passionate and very spiteful. That as if in the sense, like, I'll kind of play him. He spent about $200, $250 with me. And he was trying to figure out, like, yo, why my stuff ain't mixed? We just did like 4 or 5 records in like 2.5, 3 hours. Like, why my stuff ain't mixed, man? It sound like shit in my car and this and that. And I was telling him, man, I said, bro, like, if you get 4 or 5 hours, first of all, if you get 3 hours out of another studio, a major studio with similar equipment like this, and like the Atlanta area, the New York area, Tennessee area, California area, like, bro, like, you spending like 50 plus. You spending anywhere between 50 to 175 an hour. I done been in rooms. I done been in rooms where the engineer, first of all, engineering rate, most rooms have engineering rates, which is way shorter. I mean, it's not shorter, it costs way less than your normal regular fee because it factors in the engineer, it doesn't. So, I mean, I done been down to studios in Atlanta and other places where the hours for the engineer fee is $60 an hour. And it's half of the size of the room that I'm in, and they got half of the equipment that I got.
Now, I can also,
I
don't mean to cut you off, you know what I'm saying, but I can agree with you on that, you know what I'm saying. I've been a few places, and in Virginia, they actually, this is a pretty well built studio, by the way. People that's not in this actual room can't see it, you know what I'm saying, but this is actually a well built studio, and it costs money, pretty much what I'm trying to say. So if you recording in the studio for $50, man, it's a steal. And if you get a deal on mixing and mastering, it's also a deal. You know what I'm saying? A deal on top of a deal, because this is what this man done these years. He put his 10,000 hours in for that reason.
Bro, like I feel like honestly, I'm like on my 4th or 5th rep of $10,000. Like for real, and some people be exaggerating and shit like that, but like, I mean, I've been trapping with this shit since out my mama crib. Like, she done bought a couple pieces of my equipment, then the next thing you know, I jugged up. And whether I saved up my own money from sessions and bought more bigger equipment, right? Between that and my degree, I don't know, I already spent over 100,000. Well over 100,000 in. And that's just how confident I am within myself and where I already see myself going and the things that I'm doing, the people that I'm associated with, I already see where we're going. So, they say the craziest thing, man, is for somebody not to quit. So, if I know where my worth is at, why should I devalue myself and my approach and my price?
That's
that
true.
Doesn't make sense.
That's true. So now when it comes to the Virginia music scene and, you know, like devaluing, you said, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of artists do devalue themselves, and they tend to devalue, you know, people who's actually worth value. You know, engineer a nice quality engineer is actually very hard to come by, and you know, in our area. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a passionate engineer who actually cares about his work as well as your work, it's, you know, it's a step up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you are the, you know, legendary G White to me. You know, a lot of people talk about how good your quality is, and you know, of course they're gonna have something to say about price and etc. It's, you know, what type of area we're in, what kind of market we're in. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And it doesn't mean that this person can't negotiate. You know what I'm saying? Because negotiating is just something completely different. If something is a front face, you know what I'm saying, price, front, you know what I'm saying, you walking through the front door type of price, that's just the price. But now if you're talking, you then did business with somebody and you trying to take it to a bigger and better level, and now you want to negotiate, and that's something different. You know what I'm saying? Negotiating is, that's a part of the business. Then I think you always get what you negotiate. I done fuck with so many people just based off of how they talk and negotiated with me. Just whether that was off the first meeting or whatever. And I'm just like, you know what? I can fuck with you because you just talked me down. I can fuck with that. Yeah, that kind of showed me that you care about it somehow, some way. So if you got the ability to talk a guy down, you know what I'm saying? Like, alright, I can do business with you to a degree. You know what I'm saying? And I know you about your bread and things go through and I see it through. Man, why not, bro? You get what you negotiate. So if you don't negotiate shit, you get shit. That's the people who get these 360 contracts and shit like that. They think they good, they got the best lawyer, they got the labor lawyer and shit like that. But like, I mean, my nigga, at the end of the day, it's like you get what you negotiate. So if you just sign anything, like the first thing that comes to you because you see money, you see how big the first check is and shit like that, then nigga, you down to get shit. What you negotiated.